All right, hello everybody. So I'm going to make a series of videos for your lab. This first video is just about downloading Landsat data. So as you know, just go to Earth Explorer, and you should already have your login credentials from using Earth Explorer before. But do make sure you log in. Okay, just signing in here. And so the first step is you're going to identify your search criteria. So where do you want your imagery from? I'm going to pick my old hometown, Boulder, Colorado. All right. Okay, so I've got a location. And just so you know, one of the reasons, since I know I'm doing classification today, one of the reasons I chose this is it's got lots of different land cover types. So you've got urban areas, you've got mountains, you've got grassland, you've got highways, you've got residential areas, water, farm fields. So lots of different things for classification. So, okay, so I've got my location, search date. Let's get something reasonably. Let's get something reasonably recent. Let's see here. And so this is the really important part is, so if I select Landsat, there's a lot of different options here. So the three that I want to talk about is Landsat Level 1, Landsat Level 2, and Landsat Analysis Ready Data. So Landsat Level 1, those are data that you can download that have not been corrected for atmospheric effects. So as we've learned in class, when you look through the atmosphere, as satellites do, the atmosphere itself changes the reflectance. It changes how the light looks when it reflects back to the satellite. And so the Landsat Level 1 data will not be corrected for the atmosphere. So you can do an atmospheric correction in QGIS, and it's called, the easiest one to do is called dark object subtraction. And so basically, what you do there, and this could be on an exam, right, is you find something that should have a reflectance of close to zero. So you find a nice dark body of water, for example, and you say, okay, I know that the atmosphere has changed that value, so it's some non-zero value. But we're going to say this is our zero, and then you just basically adjust the rest of the image to match that. So that's dark object subtraction. That's if you need to correct for, that's a very quick and easy way to correct for atmospheric effects. Now, what I prefer to do is go to the Landsat Level 2 data. Okay? So if I select the Landsat Level 2 data, the Landsat Level 2 data has been corrected for atmospheric effects. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that step. So let's just go ahead and say Landsat Level 2. Okay, so it's already been corrected. Additional criteria: cloud cover less than 10%. Right? We don't want cloudy images. You could choose other criteria if you want. So results. Okay, I don't know why they gave me back this result. So this is not something that you would want to download, right? Or no, is that snow? That might be snow. I think that's cloud. Yeah, that is cloud. So yeah, you wouldn't want something like that. But, okay, this is starting to look good. It's a little cloudy though. Still a little cloudy. Okay, let's go to the next page. Let's find something nice and clear. Okay, that's got clouds over there, but I know for sure that I'm going to be sticking over here. So I know those clouds aren't going to affect what I'm doing. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay. But if I wanted to get something cloud free, looks like I can get it right here. So I think I'll just choose this one. Okay, so now pay attention. This is where it differs a little bit when you download level 2. So basically what happens, so I've identified this is the image that I want to get. When you download level 2 data, it's called on demand for a reason, because they don't process it until they know that you need it. So basically with this, you need to put it in the cart. So now, and I actually had an item in the basket from earlier, so now I've got items in the cart, proceed to checkout. And then you submit your order. Okay, so anyway, I had one in there from earlier, which is why I have 2. So now we have submitted our order for our level 2 data, the data that have been corrected for atmospheric effects. And so you'll get a few emails. It can take an hour or two, depending on how swamped they are at the time. So it'll take an hour or two to get your data back, and then you'll get an email, and you just download it as normal from the email links, and then you'll have your corrected data. So the one other thing that I wanted to mention, if you don't want to wait for your level 2 data, then you can actually select Landsat analysis ready, because this is basically data that have already been processed for one reason or another. Now the downside of this is that you don't have near as much choice, right? It's kind of whatever they have. So a lot of this is cloudy, a lot of this isn't going to work out. So anyway, that is another option if you don't want to wait for the data, like that. If we were going to take a subset in there, that would work. So if you don't want to wait for your data to be processed, this is another option for you. So, okay, so I've got my order in for my level 2 data. My level 2 data, and it's cloud free, which is important. A lot of people were downloading cloudy images for some reason, so I've got cloud free data. It's level 2, so it's going to be corrected for atmospheric effects, and then I'm going to be downloading it and using those data. Okay, so that is how you download level 2 atmospherically corrected data.